everyone. Welcome to the 40th Annual General Meeting of Prysma Resources Berhad. The year 2024 marked our 42nd anniversary. We celebrated this milestone by constantly looking into product expansion opportunities depending on the economic and market conditions in order to strengthen the market share and brand credibility of the group's in-house brand. Approximately 90% of Prysma's trading products are imported from China. With China's border restriction and lockdown to contain the spread of COVID-19, the regulatory bodies continue to conduct the remote factory audits in financial year 2023 virtually via video conference. While maintaining our position as Malaysia's biggest home appliance distributor, we can sustain our business that will benefit our shareholders.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome you to the 40th Annual General Meeting, AGM, of Prysma Resources Berhad. Before we begin, I would like to request the Company Secretary to read the procedure and guide the flow of the meeting.
Thank you, Datuk Seri Chairman. Welcome to the 40th Annual General Meeting of Prysma Resources Berhad. My name is Binti Adliana. Let me introduce the Board of Directors, our management team, and external auditor of the company to the meeting. May I now introduce the fellow directors who are present. We have Non-Independent Executive Director, Mr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Syahrina, Non-Independent Non-Executive Director, Mr. Muhammad Arfan Aham bin Awam, Independent Non-Executive Director, Ms. Nur Aina Mazlin Binti Nizar, Independent Non-Executive Director, Datuk Nur Akmal Syahrina Binti Salahuddin, and Independent Non-Executive Director, Mr. Muhammad Akimi bin Awam. I would also like to introduce the key personnel of our management team. CEO, Mr. Nazar Shazwan bin Naha Azmi, and CFO, Ms. Nur Izzati Muhammad Shari. Also present today is Ms. Juliana Nisha Binti Abu Hassan from KPMG PLT. She will be available to answer questions if available relating to the auditor report later on, and representative from Rico Investor and Issuing House Services Sdn Berhad, Ms. Nur Raha Alia Binti Razif, and Ms. Alia Irina Binti Zabi. I note that this meeting is not confined to the company shareholder only. I make this ruling concerning the attendance at this meeting by person other than shareholder who are not hold valid proxies or corporate representative status on behalf of shareholder. First, you are welcome to remain at this meeting subject to any later contrary determination of this meeting. Second, you are not entitled to speak or vote on resolution to be considered at this meeting. I also rule that the taking or recording by means of photograph, video, or audio at or during this meeting or of its proceeding is strictly prohibited. I wish to inform under Clause 73 of the Company Constitution, the quorum necessary for the transaction of business at a general meeting shall be 2 shareholders present personally or by proxy or by corporate representative entitled to vote. There are 89 shareholders present today. I am informed that we have received 4 valid proxy forms representative approximately 208,608 ordinary shares, or 40.98% of the total issued and paid up share capital of the company. With that, I am pleased to confirm the presence of the requisite quorum at the commencement of this meeting, of this AGM. I hereby call this meeting to order. Ladies and gentlemen, the notice convening this meeting has been dispatched to the shareholder together with the annual report of the company. And if there is no objection from the floor, the notice convening this meeting shall be taken as read.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary. I am here to inform you that I have been appointed as proxy by some shareholders and hence I will be voting in accordance with their instructions. In compliance with the main market listing requirement of Bursa Malaysia, all ordinary resolutions set out in the notice of AGM will be voted by poll. Therefore, as chairman of the meeting, I hereby demand a poll to be taken on all resolutions pursuant to Article 77 of the company's constitution.
I would like to inform you that the company has appointed Rico as poll administrator to conduct the electronic polling process and Asia Securities Sdn Berhad as independent scrutiner to validate the poll result. The polling process for the resolution will be conducted upon completion of the deliberation of all items to be transacted at the AGM.
AGM at Convene allows you to fully participate in the meeting anywhere you are. Let's get started. For questions, select Ask a Question. Click Type your question. Here's how to vote. Cast your vote on the desired option. Select Next to see other resolutions and vote accordingly. Should you want to change your vote, click on Cancel Vote and vote again. Need some extra help? Simply select Contact Support and chat with our help desk to talk to our friendly team.
Thank you for the video presentations on the poll voting process. I wish to proceed with all the motions set out in the notice of the 40th AGM that will be read out by our company secretary.
Thank you, Dato' Sri Chairman. Without further ado, let us now proceed with the agenda of this AGM. The first item of the agenda is to receive the audited financial statement for the financial year end 30th September 2023 together with the report of the director and auditor thereon. Please refer to note 12 of the notice. Second, to approve the payment of director fees to the director of the company and its subsidiaries amounting RM746,400 only for the financial year end 30th September 2023. Next, to approve the director fees and benefit payable to director of the company and its subsidiaries up to an aggregate amount of 850,000 only for the financial year ending 30th September 2023 and up to the date of the next annual general meeting. Of the company to be paid monthly in arrears. Next, to re-elect Mr. Muhammad Arfan Afham bin Awam, who is retired pursuant to clause 95 of the Constitution of company and being eligible has offered himself for re-election. Next, to re-elect the following directors who are retiring pursuant to clause 102 of the Constitution of the company and being eligible have offered themselves for re-election. Dato' Seri Muhammad Daniel C. Ahmad, Mr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Suhaimi, Dato' Nur Ahmad Syahrina Binti Salahuddin, Ms. Nur Aina Mazlin Binti Nizar, and Encik Muhammad Hakimi bin Awam. Next, to reappoint MERS KPMG PLT as auditor of the company and to authorize the director to fix their remuneration. To consider and, if thought fit, to to pass the following resolution. Authority under Section 76 of the Companies Act 2016 for the directors to allot and issue share. 8. Propose renewal of authority to the company to pursue its own ordinary share. Purpose renewal of share buyback authorities. I will pass this meeting to our chairman for the next agenda. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary. Before we proceed to the agenda of the meeting, I would like to invite our CFO, Ms. Nur Izzati Muhammad Syari, to conduct a presentation on the financial performance of the group for the financial year ended 30 September 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Sri Chairman, and good day to all. Now present to you Prysma Resources Berhad Summary Financial Result. Financial year 2023 revenue increased by 2,341 million to 36,842 million, mostly as a result of increased sales volume and a partial offset from higher commodity price. The financial year 2023 was at 7.36 cents per share, as it increasing to 33 cents per share. Net assets per share increased by 6 cents to 1 ringgit 40 cents for the year 2023. As shown is the financial performance of Prysma Resources Berhad for the year 2023. The group recorded a higher revenue of 369.68 million, an increase of 51.69 million, or 9.5% against the revenue of 338.02 million in the previous financial year 2022. Hence, the group recorded a high profit before taxation of 56.60 million in financial year 2023 compared with 53.61 million in financial year 2022, an increase of 5.6% or 2 ringgit 99 million. For financial year 2023, trading and service segment was recorded higher sales of 339.76 million in compared with 311.47 million in financial year 2022, mainly due to the lifting of pandemic-related restriction and reopening of economy. Besides, policy support including the implementation of minimum wage hike, Satu Bantuan Keluarga Malaysia, and Employees Provident Fund (EPF) related measures also provided additional lift to consumer spending. Despite higher revenue, PBT of the segment decreased from 55.59 million in financial year 2022 to 53.31 million in financial year 2023, mainly contributed by the following factors: the higher product cost due to spillover effect of the pandemic, stiff competition, slowdown in economy as a result of inflation, which translated to decline of purchasing power over time, thus affecting consumer sentiment, and depreciation of ringgit Malaysia.
Thank you, our CFO, Ms. Nur Izzati Muhammad Syari. The first item on the agenda is to receive the audited financial statements for the financial year ended 30 September 2023 and the reports of the directors and auditors thereon. The group's performance for financial year 30 September 2023 is as disclosed in the annual report. Further detail of the group financial positions, group performance highlights and segmental performance are outlined on pages 52 to 148 of the annual report.
Ladies and gentlemen, the audited financial statement in Agenda 1 is meant for discussion only, as approval from the shareholder is not required pursuant to provision of Section 340, Subsection 1, Subsection A of the Act. Hence, this agenda is not put forward for voting by shareholder of the company.
The second item on the agenda is to approve the payment of directors' fees of RM746,400 ringgit for the financial year ended 30 September 2023. The resolution for consideration is that the payment of directors' fees of RM746,400 ringgit for the financial year ended 30 September 2023 to be divided among the directors in such manner as the directors may determine, be and is hereby approved. Next, the third item on the agenda is to approve the directors' fees and benefits payable to directors of the company and its subsidiaries up to an aggregate amount of RM850,000 only for the financial year ending 30 September 2023 and up to the date of the next annual general meeting. The resolution for consideration is that the payment of directors' fees and benefit payable to the directors of the company and its subsidiaries up to an aggregate amount of RM850,000 only for the financial year ending 30 September 2023 and up to the date of the next annual general meeting to be divided among the directors in such manner as the directors may determine, be and is hereby approved. I shall now put forward the resolution to the floor for questions, if any. Let us proceed to the third item on the agenda, that is the re-election of Mr. Muhammad Arfan Afham bin Awang, who retires in accordance with Clause 69 of the Constitution of the company. As I am a director standing for the reappointment, I shall now pass the chair to the company secretary to conduct the proceeding of this meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The next item on the agenda is the re-election of Datuk Seri Muhammad Daniel Binti Ahmad, who retired in accordance with Clause 102 of the Constitution of the company. The resolution for consideration is that Datuk Seri Muhammad Daniel Binti Ahmad, a director retiring pursuant to Section 129, Subsection 2 of the Company Act 1965, be and is hereby reappointed a director of the company to hold office until the next AGM. The director standing for the reappointment has undergone a performance evaluation and has demonstrated that he remains committed to the role and continues to be an effective and valuable member of the board. Congratulations, Datuk Seri. Congratulations, Datuk Seri Chairman. I shall now pass the chair back to Datuk Seri Chairman.
The fifth item on the agenda is to reappoint the director, Mr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Suhaimi, retiring pursuant to Clause 102 of the Constitution of the company. The sixth item on the agenda is to reappoint the director, Dato' Nur Akmal Syahrina Binti Salahuddin, retiring pursuant Clause 102 of the Constitution of the company. The next item on the agenda is the re-election of Ms. Nur Aina Mazlin Binti Nizar, who retires in accordance with Clause 102 of the Constitution of the company. The eighth item on the agenda is to reappoint the director, Mr. Muhammad Hakimi bin Awang, retiring pursuant to Clause 102 of the Constitution of the company. Let us proceed to the next item on the agenda, that is to appoint Messrs. KPMG PLT as the auditors of the company until the conclusions of the next AGM and to authorize the directors to fix their remuneration. I also wish to inform you that Ms. Juliana Nisha Binti Abu Hassan, the engaging partner of Messrs. KPMG PLT, and his team are present at this AGM. I shall now put forward this agenda item to the floor for questions and discussions. We have received a letter from the minority shareholder, Watch Group MSWG, for this meeting. For the benefits of our shareholders, let me invite our CEO and CFO to present the answer accordingly.
For question 1, Prysma Trading and Services segment, revenue increased by 9.1% to Rm 339.8 million in financial year 2023 from 311.5 million a year ago. The increase was attributed to higher sales due to the lifting of the pandemic-related restriction and the reopening of the company. First, did Prysma implement any price increase in financial year 2023? If yes, what was the average price increase in the percentage term, and was revenue growth in financial year 2023 attributable more to sales volume or price increases? Next, which brand and product generated the most sale for the group in financial year 2023, and which saw the highest growth? The segment pre-tax profit margin in financial year 2023 was lower at 15.7% compared to 17.8% a year ago. What is your outlook for profit margin in financial year 2024? Do you expect your profit margin to moderate or stabilize moving forward?
Thank you for the question. For the first question, there were price adjustments during the pandemic amidst the rising shipping and material costs, inflation, and depreciation of the ringgit Malaysia. The pricing strategy took into consideration of the economic conditions, sensitivity of the product pricing to external factors, and the types of electrical home appliance to ensure that there was price optimization. Revenue growth in financial year 2023 was due to a mixture of sales, volume increase, and price adjustment. For the second question, increase in sales was mainly contributed by large cooking appliances and refrigeration products. And for the third question, the spillover effects of the pandemic and inflation have impacted the living standards of the consumers and have added pressure to the cost of doing business. Coupled with the stiff competition, Prysma expects that the profit margins to be challenging moving forward.
What is your sales outlook for financial year 2023? Based on your latest sales trends, have you noticed any notable shift in consumer spending behavior in terms of buying routine and age?
Thank you for the question. Prysma has not noticed any notable shift in consumer spending behavior. However, based on weak consumer sentiment and inflationary pressure, Prysma expects the sales outlook for financial year 2023 to be challenging.
What are Prysma's key competitive advantage and product differentiation strategies over other players in the industry? How much was spent for advertising and promotion in financial year 2023? How much of it is allocated for digital marketing? What initiatives have been taken to strengthen the online presence of Prysma portfolio of brands?
Thank you for the question. Prysma distributes a wide range and established in-house brands of electrical home appliance and bath products and holds distribution rights for leading global brands of health and personal care products with a wide distribution network. And for the last question, an average of 2% of the respective trading entities revenue was incurred for advertising and promotion A&P in financial year 2023. Prysma ensures that there is proper allocation of A&P funds for both online and offline advertising or marketing to make Prysma products present fair as well as to reach a wider and different demographic.
Are there any further questions from the floor?
So the first question is, what will be the future outlook of the group, and will the company provide a voucher, food voucher, e-wallet credit or door gift for those participating in AGM as a token of appreciation?
Thank you for the question. To answer the question, in view of the prevailing weak consumer sentiment and inflationary pressure, Prysma is experiencing uncertainty in market sentiment and challenging business environment. Nevertheless, Prysma is confident that its fundamental will allow it to overcome this challenge, thereby strengthening its market position. Prysma's strategy include introducing innovative product to the Malaysian market and improving its presence in both online and offline channels to better connect with the consumer market. Additionally, Prysma will elaborate synergistically with Chin Group Berhad and Signature International Berhad to expand its business opportunity. We will proceed to answer the next question. According to the administrative guide, there will be no e-voucher, food voucher, e-wallet credit or door gift for this AGM.
I have a question. How much does the company spend for conducting for this AGM?
The cost incurred for conducting this AGM was approximately 25,000 ringgit.
The proposed ordinary resolutions under item 7 of the agenda as special business is to seek the general mandate, which, if passed, will empower the director to allot and issue shares pursuant to section 76 of the Companies Act 2016. I shall take the text of the resolutions in notice of this meeting as having been read. Are there any questions from the floor? The proposed ordinary resolutions under item 8 of the agenda as special business is to seek authority to purchase up to 10% of the issue and paid up share capital of the company. The details of the proposed share buyback authority are stated in the circular dated 5th January 2024. I shall take the text of the resolutions in the notice of this meeting as having been read. Thank you. I shall now forward the resolution to the floor for questions, if any. Item 9 of the agenda is to transact any other business for which due notice shall have been given. I have been informed by the company secretary that there is no other business to be transacted.
Now we shall proceed to the poll voting session. Members are invited to cast their vote. The voting session will be closed after 5 minutes. The outcome of the poll shall be announced after a short break to allow sufficient time for the independent scrutinizer to tabulate the result of the poll. The meeting shall now be adjourned at 12 noon and will resume at 12:25 p.m. for announcement of the result of the poll.
Welcome back. I have received the result of the poll, validated by scrutinizer. We shall now resume the meeting for the declarations of the results. The Secretary will announce the result of my behalf.
Thank you, Datuk Sri Chairman. For Ordinary Resolution 1, there are vote in favour of 99.9609% and vote against is 0.0391%. For Ordinary Resolution 2, vote in favour is 99.9020% versus vote against is 0.098%. 0%. For Ordinary Resolution 3, we have 99.9909% vote in favour and 0.0091% vote against. For Ordinary Resolution 4, vote in favour is 99.9847% and vote against is 0.0153%. For Ordinary Resolution 5, 99.9847% vote in favour and 0.0153 vote against. Ordinary Resolution 6, 99.99938% for vote in favour and 0.0062% vote against. For Ordinary Resolution 7, vote in favour is 99.9938% and vote against is 0.0062%. For Ordinary Resolution 8, 99.9938% for vote in favour and vote against 0.0062%. Ordinary Resolution 9, 99.9960% for vote in favour and 0.004% for vote against. For Ordinary Resolution 8, for Ordinary Resolution 10, vote in favour is 99.9690% and vote against is 0.03110%. For Ordinary Resolution 11, vote in favour is 99.9940% and vote against is 0.0060%. That's all for our poll of the AGM.
Thank you, Ms. Secretary. By this, all resolutions will pass as shown on the poll results. I shall now declare the 40th Annual General Meeting to end. On behalf of the Board, I thank you for your attendance today.